Hi, Rachel. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
glad
to
that you
meet you
came
too.
here. How about we get started? You tell me a little bit about yourself and maybe what your expectations are, us working together. Kind of what do you want to happen? What do you want to come from this?
Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. I don't really know what to expect. I'm mostly just here because my parents made me come here.
Okay.
Um, so I don't really know what it's gonna be like. I've gotten in trouble recently, like a couple of times, and they're getting pretty tired of me. They don't really know what to do about it, so they wanted me to come and be in a program or see somebody else about it. So I don't really know what to expect. I'm fine with being here, but I tried to research it a little bit before I came, and I saw there's like a certain kind of therapy you guys do here, and I didn't really know what any of that meant. So I don't know if you can like explain that to me, but
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of expectations.
Okay. Well, it's definitely normal to feel a little bit nervous or anxious about this, not knowing what to expect. I can definitely understand that it's a new situation for you. Um, I can definitely explain to you what we do, and then maybe in a little bit we can talk about, what some of those problems are that have been happening. So what I do is called motivational interviewing. Um, Really, I look at it as you and I are on a team together, trying to help you figure out what you want and maybe how you can go about getting those things that you want. I
Okay.
think, you're definitely in charge of your own life. You're an expert in your own life, and I think you have a lot more answers than I ever would about your life. I think the goal for you and I working together maybe could be, me just helping you find those answers.
Okay.
And, that can look like a lot of different stuff. I think the first um, question that I would maybe start with is, like, what do you want for your life, regarding those problems that you've been having? Um, what's going on with those, like what's happening there, and then from there, after we figure that all out, we can kind of decide, what have you been doing so far about those things, and what can you maybe do differently, or what would you like to try differently, to kind of
Okay.
get some ideas. So does that sound like something that seems like it would work for you?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely be willing to try.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
um, well, do you want to go ahead and tell me a little bit about what's been going on? What makes you think that your parents wanted you to come see me?
Yeah, I've just gotten caught drinking a couple times now. Um, and I think they just don't really know how to handle it. I kind of feel like that's what everyone's doing that's my age, and I don't think I'm really that out of control, but I think that maybe they're overreacting. But um, I have gotten in trouble a bunch. I've been grounded, but then I just kind of keep like going out and just doing whatever. So I think they felt like they couldn't really control me anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, what would you maybe expect your parents to do differently? You say you feel like they're kind of overreacting. What would you prefer happen? Like if
Um,
they catch you drinking, what would you want them to do?
well, I kind of feel like maybe they should just make sure I'm not driving and make sure I'm safe, but understand that that's just what kids are doing.
Okay. It sounds like a lot of your friends probably are doing the same
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay. So, how do you feel about drinking in general? Do you feel like it's positively or overall positively impacts you or negatively impacts you? Have you thought about that?
Well, I do think it's fun, and I don't really know what I would be doing if I wasn't doing that. Um, but it definitely causes a lot of arguments and makes people say stuff that they wouldn't normally say, I think, and probably causes problems in my friendships. But I think that those problems would just be there anyways.
Okay. Can you talk a bit about what those problems are in your friendships?
Just people getting mad about like relationships and boys and just stupid stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are those things that do you feel like you experience those problems with your friends more when you're drinking? Is it related to that at all? Or are those just problems that already
I think I experience the problems more when I'm drinking, but I think it's just because that's when it comes up.
okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can you tell me any ways I know you said, drinking is fun, and what other ways do you think it positively impacts you?
I think that it helps me fit in with people. It gives us something to do. Makes me feel more outgoing.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes me feel better about myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. So when you say it makes you feel better about yourself, can you talk about that a little bit more?
It's just easier to talk to people. Um, Gives me kind of an identity, I guess,
Okay.
with my friend group.
Okay. So I guess when it comes to your relationship with your parents and it comes
Mm-hmm.
to drinking, what would the ideal situation look like for you?
Well, for me, I think that I would be able to keep drinking, but just be safe and be smart about it and have my parents be okay with that. But I don't think they are, so that's kind of where we're at, where I'm just getting into more trouble because of it.
Okay. Do you think that there would be any situation in which they would be okay with you drinking?
Um, I don't know. I've never really tried to ask them directly, I guess.
Okay. Have you talked to them at all about, maybe allowing you to drink if you weren't driving and stuff like that? Like, have you guys had an open conversation about like?
We haven't talked about it.
Okay.
I just get scared that it would be shut down.
Okay, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Okay. Well, we definitely can explore all of this a little bit further when we start to talk about all this together.
Okay.
Is there anything um, that I guess you would want from me in this like working relationship that we have with one another? Are there any like specific things that you want to talk about, or specific like tools maybe that you would want me to try to teach you? I mean,
maybe just ways that I can handle like when things blow up when I am drinking between my friends and stuff, ways that I could manage that better, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds good. That's definitely something that we can discuss in the
Okay.
future. Thank you very much. It was great meeting you,
Yeah, thank you.
and I'll see you again soon.
Okay.